Right. It's Mr. Deadman. Sorry, it's a Deadman Stone podcast with your host, Mr. Deadman, Becky, and SK. How is it going?
Ooh, baby, is this the middle of the week or what?
I know, right? I'm feeling
Isn't it Friday yet?
Oh, man, I wish.
It's not even Friday Eve yet.
Not even. Well, for me it is. Because tomorrow is my Friday. Because I'm taking a 4-week weekend, a 4 weekend. I'm taking a little vacation. Another one.
Wow.
A 4-day weekend.
Where are you going?
To a beach house. So I'll probably just get drunk as fuck every day.
Oh, look, SK.
What?
Look at this. He's going to the beach, and did you get invited to go?
No.
You know what I got invited to? You know what I did get invited to do?
What?
Take over
for him while he's gone.
Yep. You got to man the show.
Oh, God.
You got to man the show. I might be there.
What if he doesn't want to man the show? What if he wants to woman the show instead?
Who?
If you want to woman the show, you woman the show. Oh, SK, SK, you're a woman now. You're embracing the inner woman inside you. Is that what's going on? You identify as a woman now? No, it's okay.
I can identify women.
It's okay, SK. It's okay. You can come out. It's all right. It's okay.
I used to wonder if how effective it would be to say that I was a lesbian stuck in a man's body. If that would be, get me laid more. But it really, it didn't work.
No.
Well, you made someone laugh just now, and that's part of it, right?
That's a start. It's absolutely a start.
It's a conversation.
Getting any kind of positive reaction, especially a laugh. That's always a good start.
Yes, but you got to follow it up quickly.
I don't know what comes after that, though, and that's part of the problem.
Ah, man. Oh, shit.
The real question is does Jesse know either?
That's when you just go say, "Oh, I like your shoes." I don't know. I don't know. I never wrote.
It doesn't really work on a first date to say, "Have you changed your hair?"
No, it does not. I think if we wrote a book on dating advice, it would be really horrible. It'd be the worst thing ever.
It'd be the worst advice to do ever.
Yes.
Just like every other dating book.
Yeah. Maybe we should get in that business then. Everyone else acts all confident about it, act all cocky about it. Get dating advice from two practically incels. Jesus Christ. You'll think they were after you read it. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. Okay. Okay, tonight we have
a guest.
We do have a guest. I'm looking at it
I
right
found
here.
some headphones.
Oh, look at that. There's our guest. Let's see if I got the name right this time. Let's see. Don't remind me. Rachele Chappell. How's that?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it?
Rachele Chappell.
Rachele Chappell. I like that. Rachele Chappell. Like that.
I like how you say it, yeah.
It's got a nice rhythm to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it rhymes. It's very poetic, which is interesting because I understand you are a poet. Is that right?
Yeah. Recently started a blog about 2-3 years ago. Pretty much been writing since I was age 9. But didn't get serious about it till about 3 years ago. Kind of used it as, writing love poems to mom or boyfriends or venting my teenage angst. But didn't really get serious about it till about 3 years ago when I started a blog. And I published a book in 2018.
Okay.
Cool.
What was the book?
The book I wrote in 2018 is called Inked Heart Poetry, and that's also the name of my poetry blog on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm currently writing a second book right now.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll talk about that as well. Just real fast, just a few announcements for everybody real fast. One, a new issue of Deep Fried Horror is coming out. It's a Mother's Day's edition for 2018. Sorry, Mother's Day 2019. Jesus, it is the middle of the week. I'm feeling it. Have you
been drinking already?
No, that's the problem. That's the problem. I woke up this morning and my ceiling is caving in. No, it's not that bad. But a light fixture did come down. It's like, Jesus Christ, what just happened? How did this happen?
What?
Yeah. I don't know. It's like dangling from a wire and we had to disconnect it. I don't know how it happened, but the plastic holding housing for the wires just cracked and fell off. And I guess the way they rigged it up, it just fell down.
Wow.
Yeah. So we got to do that
scary.
and some other bull crap from work and all that stuff. But anyway, new issue, Deep Fried Horror for Mother's Day. It's a Mother's Day special edition. You can get it for free. Go to patreon.com/deadmanstome. You can get it now. You get it EPUB, .mobi, or PDF. The paperback will be coming out shortly. Obviously, the paperback can't be free, but it's dirt cheap, $5. I barely get anything for it. Deep Fried Horror. The idea of that is, just give you a fresh batch of greasy, delicious horror at like dirt cheap.
It may be greasy, but it's also low fat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right.
Mama wrote it.
Oh, and new submission calls, and fun submission calls at that. So go to deadmanstome.net. Go to I can't even speak right now. Submissions page, and check out the new submissions. I know, it's like Jesus Christ. I need to start drinking. Real American Horror, Florida Man. What that is we want stories that are based around the Florida Man meme, and then we have internet horror, which is going to be looking at these weird people on the internet like Dark Side Feel and stuff. If you don't know who that is, check out the submissions page on deadmanstone.net and you get all the details there. Okay. All right.
Get to writing.
That's right. So let's get into this. So Rachele Chappell, how long? So let's talk about your poetry book. What's going on with that?
The one I wrote or the one I'm writing now?
Well, let's start with the one you wrote in the past. So let's start from there.
Okay. Yeah, Inked Heart Poetry. That was a very emotionally driven book. And I kind of take you on a journey through different emotions with each chapter. Chapter 1's like love, passion, romance, and then chapter 2 moves on to sadness, pains, and evils. Chapter 3 is like hopes, dreams, and inspiration. And then chapter 4 kind of moves into nature and music and little glimpses of joy. Mm-hmm. Chapter 5 is like my more it's like time for a change. It's more my politically driven kind of poems and things on like addiction.
Okay.
And then I just have chapter 6 is the self-indulgent. It's spilling ink. It's kind of poetry about writing poetry.
Okay.
So that's a self-indulgent chapter, I guess.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You're writing about writing. I mean, writers do that all the time, and that's where they make, from what I hear, that's where they actually make money. Writing about writing, because
I don't know about making money, but
well, write a book on advice on writing, and you'll probably get some people will buy it. People will buy it because that they will. Okay. Now this is interesting because obviously Deadman's Tome, just from the name, it does kind of have a horror bent to it. Deadman's Tome Publishing. We publish a lot of hard and dark fiction. But I like having a poet here that has a brighter side, talks about, I guess romantic things, more lovey things. It's kind of a weird contrast, but you also have a touch of the dark. I talk about serious things as well. Is that right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I have some really almost feels like a love poem type of breakup poem that I really like of mine. And then I do a lot of, I try to write on some humanitarian efforts. I write on the darker side of being like homeless or also addictions.
Ooh, addiction.
But I do write a lot about love and breaking up. I think everybody can relate to that.
Now, yeah, they can. Now, the question I have, though, not to put you on the spot, do you think, is there a poem in that book that can make a robot like me cry?
A robot?
Yes.
A Texan.
Pretty much.
A Texan like Jesse.
That's right.
Oh.
Can you make a Texan like me cry? Is there something there? If there is, you can read it right now. We'll see. I'll take off my glasses. We'll see if I cry.
Well, let's test you out with this one that I just kind of
Okay.
I had prepared anyway.
Awesome.
It's called The Breakup.
Ooh, the breakup. All right, here we go.
Man.
Take off my shades.
We would get ready your tissues.
I'm crying
All
to
right,
my beer.
Breakup. Yeah, you can't see that. Walking with him in the cold, drizzling rain, I tried to explain why we're not the same. As we walked in the forest in the deep, dark night, I tried to explain why things just weren't right. I cried in his arms. He held on tight. Breaking up with him, my love was in fright. Walking back home on an old gravel road, silence so heavy, it was bound to explode. Arriving home, he'd gone silent, deaf, and stony as a marble statue. I sat down on the porch, staring at the night sky, black clouds obstructing the full moon in view. He sat beside me in his embrace. I softly cried. My love was obvious, though I tried to hide. I wanted to tell him, but I couldn't. We just didn't belong together. He lost himself somewhere, like the wind in stormy weather. Finally he spoke, his voice soft as a whisper. Hold my hand and give me time to realize it's over. The breeze felt cold like winter. I held his hand and warmth was found, holding one another, not making a sound. We stared at the sky of diamonds that got covered in a cloud. Though our mouths were silent, the heartbreak was loud. No tissues on that one?
Yeah.
My eyes were a little damp. A little damp.
Yeah.
I could feel it.
You could feel the... Yeah.
But as someone who's been jaded with a lot of heartbreak, I'm just like, you know what? Now I'm curious.
Put a knife in me.
Why don't they feel? Why doesn't she feel like they're compatible? Did she do something? Did she cheat on him? Did he cheat on her? Did she sleep with his brother?
Oh, you are jaded. It went straight to cheating.
Yes, yes, it did. I was like, what's going on there?
He's Mel.
Yeah, it's hard not to be jaded.
Did they have a conversation about him not having to drink? A conversation about him not drinking beer anymore? Because I had that conversation. I was like, no. No, I'm sorry.
Don't make me choose, lady. Don't make me choose.
It's
Okay.
the bottle or me.
Then after that conversation was over, he went, "Yes, baby, okay."
All right. Do you have one more? Do you have something else that could make me cry? I'm serious.
Oh, you really want to cry, huh?
I do.
Give it to him good.
Give it to me good. That's right. Made me cry.
Oh Lord. Maybe.
You have something about getting waxed for, beauty's sake? Because tear inducing.
Ha 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 ha. You have something about eating bull balls or roaches. Probably don't have anything about roaches.
Oh God.
That just grossed me out. Do you have any?
No.
Oh, do you have anything about like things failing between like a father and son? Like the son doesn't want anything to do with the dad anymore because he's a horrible piece of shit. Because that would strike me to my core. That's.
Wow.
Well, no, I can't say I've written from that perspective yet.
I cried during Adventures Endgame. Okay, so it may not take much. I cried
Because it
during
was over?
No.
Because his bladder was so full.
Yes, that's right. My bladder was so full.
Because you ran out of beer?
God damn.
Okay.
MTV was right.
Maybe you'll have a little more pity for the homeless.
Okay.
So I'm going to read one of those. It's called Empty Pocket.
Oh, shit. Okay, about being poor. Fuck, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A forgotten hero reaches to the bottom of an empty pocket. As he peeks out the window of a cardboard box, he woke from his dreams to find his separate reality. The stare from his eyes read like an obituary. His smile looked like tombstones that read, "Please feed me." His skin is leathered from the sun, and his wrinkles hold dust like ancient artifacts. He shuffles his aching body to the corner street, begging for change to survive. Feelings of worthlessness have frayed his pride to match his clothes. He sits with open hand, relying on the kindness of strangers to stay alive. People hurry by, avoiding eye contact, afraid his smile might break their guard. Occasionally, the ringing of a coin hitting his cup would wake him from his moment of despair. Youth, like his family, were long gone, and hard times swallowed the kingdom he built. Memories from a forgotten time keep him warm, as the cold-hearted offer only stares. His stomach echoed loudly like the ticking of time in his hopelessness. For soon the sun would set upon today's opportunity to collect offerings from the kind. He gazes in appreciation at the coins shining from his cup, imagining a warm plate of food that had already been served in his mind. With his broken, gun-like arms, he lifted his weakened body from the grime of the sidewalk. His heart now lightened by his reward. Every morsel would be savored as if it were his last. Today's kindness fulfilled a homeless man's needs, and for a couple of coins is all that was asked.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty sad.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I'm almost there. That's okay. It's okay. Man.
You can do it. Push him over the edge.
push him over
Shut
the
him off.
edge.
Shove him off.
Oh, man.
Let's see.
Oh, you got one more.
I got one. Daughter named Heroin. It's kind of short and sweet.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay.
Morphine has a daughter named Heroin with legs up to the sky. She has the allure of Marilyn. Loving her will make you die. Offering comfort to take away pain, taking you on a dragon ride. She injects herself into your vein, practicing in the art of homicide. The Grim Reaper follows her around, collecting overdoses on the ground. Poor souls who couldn't be saved. Black Pearl offered for a grave.
I like that.
Oh, that's good.
That's really
I like that one.
gut-wrenching.
I like that one a lot. That's a good poem.
Thank
Now, now, is that poem based on like personal experience?
Yeah, I've known quite a few people in my life who suffer with that opiate addiction.
Oh, wow. Like pretty close?
Yeah, direct family, also friends. I have a friend who passed away, so
Oh,
yeah,
man.
it's pretty rampant, and it seems like at least here in Georgia, it's a pretty big problem.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I hear about it on the news, and I'm in Texas. We don't. I know we have some, I'm sure, but it's just, you hear about people overdosing all the time now, and
Oh yeah,
it's
all the
scary.
time. I'm in a section of Georgia that they call the Bermuda Triangle, and it's 3 counties that are highest rated per death in the United States.
No shit. Like, how high are we talking about?
I don't know the stats, but they're ridiculous. Like,
Is this it's like just overall numbers of deaths? I mean, for all reasons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, it's for
For OD.
opiate ODs. Yeah.
Wow. Why is that? Why those areas?
Oddly enough, it's a very suburban areas. So it does let you know it's not, these urban black kids. It's the suburban.
It's not cheap. It's not cheap,
it's the
right?
suburban. Yeah, it's the suburban white kids, your college kids, your coworker. I mean, it's pretty rampant.
Man, I mean, how did you deal with that?
It's tough. I mean, to watch other people in a violent downfall,
Mm-hmm.
and really the only person who's really going to finally save them is themselves. They have to want to quit.
That's true. That is true.
There's so little you can actually do. There's so little you can actually do until they're ready to take the first steps.
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't get ready until it's too late.
Yeah, very often.
Yeah, and that's that cliche, right? That they reach rock bottom, they say, before they're ready.
Yeah, it's so true. I don't know any addict that's ever not. That's what it is. It's a rock bottom that gets them there.
Right.
And so that poem was based on personal experience.
If they can survive it.
Now,
Right.
do you find writing to be therapeutic? I mean, does it help you?
Oh, definitely. During my teenage years, I had a lot of angst in my poetry, and then in my 20s, I started seeing a therapist, and she was like, "Hey, you write, so why don't you use that as an outlet?" And I started doing that, and that helped me through that.
You ever look back at your teenage writing?
Oh yeah, it's pretty funny. I've come a long way.
Yeah.
Do you have some? Can we hear some teenage Rachele Chappell?
I don't have anything on hand, but I can read you. The first poem I actually remember writing was called Mother's Love, and that was for my mother on Mother's Day. When I was 9, it was a poem for her Mother's Day.
Oh, that's cool.
So actually found that around 2002 in some of her stuff, and I dusted it off, and I entered it in a poetry contest.
Oh, that's nice.
And it actually got an honorable mention. So,
Aww.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah, so that was pretty, and that was my first published poem.
Okay, that's cool.
So, let me try to find that for you. And really, I know I've got it. Oh, here it is. I should know this one by heart, but I'm not horrible at memorizing things. Those spoken word artists really impress me. Um, okay, it's called Mother's Love.
Mother's Love. Okay.
And remember, I wrote this at 9, so. Eyes of blue, hair of gold. My mother's love is never cold. It's warm like sunshine, fresh like rain, an unconditional love that means no pain. Hands of velvet, skin of silk. No sweeter taste than the love of my mother's milk. Sweet like chocolate cake with ice cream on top. The love of my mother will never stop. Heart of fire, hugs that melt. My mother makes sure love is felt. Like the favorite blanket, all fuzzy and warm. My mother's love protects me from storm.
Aw. It's
Aw,
nice.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, that wasn't very angsty though. Of course, it was a nice.
No, I don't know that I've really published any of the angsty stuff. At least from my teenage years.
Okay, I got a question though about angst. I mean, in your teenage years, were you like a goth kid?
I was punk.
You punk. Okay.
Punk rock.
Okay.
Yeah, I had like a little, not a full mohawk, but a top, what they call a top hawk.
A top hawk. Okay.
Mhm.
What were the bands you listened to? Let's test your punkness.
Black Flag, Social Distortion.
Yeah, there you go.
Everybody. Fishbone.
Okay.
I don't know. Even Red Hot Chili Peppers were kind of punk back then.
Yeah.
I think someone in the chat asked what era. I think referring to punk. I think that might be what the reference is to. I'm not sure. But it sounds like the good era.
Well,
you know?
yeah, and
Yeah.
I like the old school stuff, the New York Dolls and the Ramones and all that good stuff too.
Well, you didn't say Blink 182 as your first answer. That would have been like, oh man, I don't know about that. I don't know if you got punk cred.
I actually met them.
Oh,
I
that's-
actually met those guys. They're sweethearts, but yeah, they're not like that's pop punk.
Yeah, pop
whatever.
punk. I mean, nothing wrong with that if that's your jam. I'm not gonna dog it if that's your jam. Hell,
Yeah.
I used to listen to BTS just for YouTube. I can't dog on that. So
He also likes Taylor Swift.
I also like Taylor Swift. What can I tell you?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
it caught on. At first, I did not like her. Okay, at first I was like, nah. But then for some reason, my son was obsessed with that song Blink Check. I don't know why. That's what he want to listen to. Okay. And my son right now, he's like 5, right?
Yeah.
So, but it caught on. And I was just like, you know what? Out of all the pop stars right now, I know she's like pop country. It's like, that's the one at least I have the least problems with. Although I know I don't know. The others seem very grimy and like, I don't know.
She definitely keeps her nose clean.
Yeah,
And-
she does. She's not selling her ass or showing her tits all that much.
Yeah.
She tries to
No.
keep it clean, keep it
Yet.
classy, at least a bit. You say yet. If she starts doing that, she'll lose her fan base. I mean, she'll get a new fan base, but she's gonna lose the people that have been following her this whole time. I'm pretty sure. Because that's not in her image, right?
No.
Oh, hey, speaking with, there's something I want to talk about today. And Nora, we'll talk about your new book as well. But
Okay.
this came to mind because SK mentioned that there's a writer right now who's imploding. SK.
Yeah.
What's going on with
I just
that?
learned about it right before the show.
Yeah. So
Oh my God. This guy, in his name, I have not heard of him, but I know somebody who had interactions with this asshole. Lucian W. Bain is kicking people out of his fan group if they don't act actively support him.
Whoa. Now that.
Okay, can I ask a dumb question?
Yes.
How do you actively support him?
Buy
have
his
to
book.
Buy a book?
I guess.
Promote his books. Write reviews.
So you don't buy his books.
What
Like
if
you have
I
to,
don't want to buy his book?
you have to buy a book every
Then
day.
you can't be in his group. He's gonna kick your ass out.
How does he?
I'm
Of course,
on it, so I guess we're all
he's probably gonna have people leaving pretty damn fast, though.
Yeah, that's probably gonna happen. I mean, does he
Yeah.
police it? How does he police it? Does he check? Hey, where's your receipt, bro?
Something I don't know. I'm still reading through the drama on this, but it's
Is it blowing up on
Seems
Twitter?
a bit self-absorbed.
Is
Wow.
it blowing up on like Facebook and
self-defeating
Twitter?
also.
Yeah, it is self-defeating. I mean, you're gonna lose your fan base like that, hardcore. That right there is what happens when someone starts imploding, right? He had a fan base, he had a following, but he's, I guess, fatigue or however you want to word it.
Yeah,
I guess,
marketing.
Well, it wasn't real
might be-
bright.
I mean, he reached that point to where now he wants to lash out at his fans because he's not making the money he wants to make. Well, guess what, buddy? Now you're going to make even less money, and you're going to have nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're gonna,
That was really bright.
Man.
I mean, hello.
yeah, if you're gonna bully your fans or your supporters into buying stuff, that's messed up. I personally feel grimy whenever I start like, oh yeah, we have a new T-shirt, we have a new mug. That's why I'm not that aggressive. Yes, of course, I do shill, like I do mention the Patreon every now and then, but
Yeah.
I definitely don't
That's-
beat you guys with it like other creators do. Blah blah blah. You know, that's just
That's why he has me.
yeah. But still, we're not. But at the end of the day, I don't care if you buy or don't buy. I just care if you support us. You know, that's all I care about.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're there for it, you interact with us, all that. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, man, Lucy and W, bang. You know what though? This situation is great for salt mining. I mean, the way he's acting right now, all angry and butthurt.
Yeah.
wants to
He's
lash
getting
out
bad
his fans.
publicity, which is good publicity.
Yeah,
Can be.
that's salting the fields, man. Nothing's
Yeah.
gonna grow after this shit.
Huh. I might have to do a few YouTube videos on him. I don't know.
And, and he got really, really angry and name calling in PMs with one of the members of his fans group.
Oh, you don't
that's
do
not-
that.
That is
Like,
just not smart.
It's so stupid. I mean, it's not just stupid. It's the hubris and ego it required to do something like that is just astonishing.
it is.
Wow.
I mean, you have to have
What's
some
wrong
ego.
with people?
Oh, there's a lot wrong with people, Becky, but this guy is a
Oh, I've
breed.
got
He's a
another one I can
specific
tell
breed.
you all about.
This guy. But I've seen this before. This happens. Oh, I think
Yeah.
I know someone personally who has done this sort of thing. And I don't know if it's exclusive to some sort of personality trait, because I think this is something that could happen to anyone given the right circumstances. I don't know, but
No, I don't think so, Jesse. I'm going to disagree with you on that
okay, that's okay.
because so many authors, the vast majority of authors, are just good people, nice people. They want people to be fans and to enjoy what they've created.
Mhm.
But they're not going to try and make people their fans,
Yeah,
right? They're not going to, get mad at somebody for not being a fan.
well,
You
it
know?
depends though. Like, what if they were like trying to strive to achieve a certain status. I guess whatever their dream, whatever they dreamt being a professional author would be. Like, I guess having the house and having the money and the fortune, I guess, that you see from Stephen King and a very few others, right?
Very few. Yep.
And it's like, if that's what you aspire, if that's your goal, and you've been working hard to achieve it, but it's not coming to fruition, like,
right.
what do you do? Like, some people might lash out at those that support them out of anger, yeah. But the anger is really more.
Well, being a dick sure ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Oh no, it's definitely not. It's definitely not. I'm not justifying it. I'm just trying to.
I'm
just trying to explain
I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, I'm definitely not defending.
I see where you're going with this, Jesse. What you're talking about is called attachment outcomes, and where people get emotionally invested into specific outcomes, and you see this in dating a lot. But in this case, it's writers, it's authors.
Yeah.
Right. They have a specific outcome in mind that I am going to get to some level. I'm going to have some level of success, and I'm not reaching. And what happens is because when you get so emotionally invested in a specific outcome, a lot of people just get they kind of go off the rails when it doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it happen in dating, not with me.
Well, yeah, it definitely happens in dating. Well, not with you. It definitely happens in dating, but definitely also happens with writers. We probably know people, not mentioning any names, that have that, and we talk about that a lot. It's like, man, like, I know that's your goal, but maybe just enjoy the ride while you can, because I don't know if it's gonna happen. I mean, if you.
Or how about this? Use a little introspection to figure out why you aren't getting there.
Yeah, that goes a long way.
Instead of blaming.
Well, that makes too much damn sense.
I mean, but here's the thing with introspection, though. That requires you to be accountable for where you are, and it's very rare that people. It's very rare that people will take accountability. Like, who takes accountability anymore? True. I mean. Most people just they don't want to accept that they have mistakes or make mistakes.
Oh, no.
And here's the thing, though.
I'll tell you, I screwed it up. I don't care.
I'm sure we all know an author or two. We probably all know an author or two that have it all mapped out in their head. What you have to do to make it big. They're like, okay, you have to do this, and do this, and then you'll make it big. All you have to do is continue doing it. You just follow these 3 steps, these 4 steps, 5 steps, and you'll make it big. That's it.
Right.
You follow this path and you'll make it. They work on it for years. They're not getting where they want to get. And then next thing you know, they're mad. They are jaded. They start hating themselves. They hate people around them. They hate others for their success. They want to tear others down because they're successful. That happens.
Yeah, all you need is that Oprah sticker, right? And damn if that woman won't give it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be part of her book club, but let's be realistic. The market is completely saturated. If you have expectations that you're definitely gonna succeed, you might be in for a big heartbreak.
That's right. I like that chime in, Rachele Chappell. I like that. I just like saying your name too, Rachele Chappell. Rachele Chappell.
Except you're saying it wrong, of course.
Am I? Is it Rachele Chappell?
Yes.
Am I?
Raquel.
Oh, Raquel. Oh my God. Rachele Chappell. Rachele Chappell. There we go.
Where were you at the pre-show?
I wasn't here.
Lord.
You know me. I don't remember names.
I know.
Yeah.
Kelly said in the chat, "Oh my God, it's like Jesse is in my head." Now that is frightening.
Probably.
You don't want that.
It might be this beer I'm drinking. You do not
want Jesse in your head.
I'm in your head.
I mean, he'll fit, but you don't want it.
Oh, I'm in your head. My voice is in your head. I'm drinking this Love Street beer, and that's probably what's happening. I'm feeling it.
Am I gonna have nightmares tonight then?
No. No one's gonna have nightmares. We're all gonna be good because we got
Yay!
Rachele Chappell.
She
See, I
said
said it
say
right.
it in a Jabba the Hutt voice.
Rachele Chappell. Oh, what, the No Nightmares? No nightmares. I don't know. So while we're doing this, I guess while we're segueing into like our other topics, don't worry. Rachele Chappell, we'll cover your new book as well. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Hey, let's look at Jeff Bezos trying to expand.
Contest.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff. We got plenty of time. What is this about Jeff Bezos trying to expand his reach? Like trying to take on other buyout? What is he investing?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard this.
Well, Jeff Bezos is quote.
Amazon.
You read it, Becky.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Amazon plans to create 400 tech jobs in Denver with new office expansion. So they're going to open a new office in downtown Denver and create 400 tech jobs.
420 tech jobs.
Okay.
From the
Okay.
But that's not the expansion. I sent you a link earlier, Becky, about the Jeff Bezos wants to like invest into various other like his news outlets like BuzzFeed. For what?
You did?
Yeah. No, it's okay. But he wants to do that for what? He already has the Washington Post. So what is he going to do? Have other news outlets? Right?
I
mean, what I'm saying is, like, if Jeff Bezos starts buying out other places and other news outlets, then so if journalism's all like pretty much in the name of the corporate giant of Amazon, where they can't say anything bad about Amazon because that's their main investor, that's the person who bankrolls them. So then they'd just become a giant ad just for him. I mean, that's.
Well, I think it's not. I think it's not about that. I think Bezos wants to get into politics.
Mm-hmm.
And because
that's
honestly,
frightening all on its own.
He doesn't need to control what people say about Amazon. Amazon is doing just fine. He wants to control the news so that he can influence politics, probably so that he doesn't get any antitrust litigation against him.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
But, that's the thing. He definitely wants to manipulate the news. Okay.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, he doesn't just want to own the news. He definitely wants to control it.
Mm-hmm.
At least his, one little corner of it.
Yeah, see, that's kind of messed up. Because, like, something like this is an example of, like, paving of a company paving their way closer to just fully, like, I guess, like owning all the news outlets we can see. Imagine if Jeff Bezos owned all of the news outlets, like CNN, Fox, all that stuff, and they all said the same thing. Whatever
They do.
I mean, kind of. There's only
Pretty
like
much.
Fox News is pretty much contrary to like everyone else, but it's like, oh, man, it'd be scary.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I mean it's not and it's not even necessary because there's so much behind the scenes collaboration on stories because you see particular stories come out on a particular subject. They use the exact same phrases and they're from different platforms. It is so these guys are already. In cahoots behind the scenes. They've already coordinated the story amongst themselves. And it doesn't matter which media outlet they work for.
You're right, SK. It doesn't matter. I mean, imagine a future where Pepsi owned all the news outlets, and every day was like, drink Pepsi, drink Pepsi. Don't worry about the water. Don't worry about the water that you want to drink. Drink Pepsi. Oh, drink Pepsi for everything. You can use Pepsi for watering your grass. You can use Pepsi for cooking. Pepsi for showers. You can use Pepsi for brushing your teeth. Pepsi. We've been moving into a future where it's like Idiocracy, when they're using the fucking Gator, or was it the Mountain Dew for watering the grass?
Oh. No.
Oh man. Oh. They're still waiting my Jabba the Hutt voice. They said it sounded like a Scooby-Doo hammered. I gotta do like a deep one, like a. I'm trying to think of Jabba the Hutt, like a.
I can't remember Jabba's voice. Oh, there you go. That's really good. That's a good one. Good job.
Thank you.
I'm impressed.
I'm scared.
Who knew Jabba the Hutt was from Texas?
Yeah.
But I guess you look at the landscape. It looks just like Texas.
It does. It does, pretty much.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, what about the Facebook?
Kelly liked it.
What about the story about Facebook purging all Russians? Facebook is getting rid of all Russians. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, not all of them, but more accounts linked to Russia.
Oh, okay. So it's not like a Red Scare thing. We're not getting rid of all Russians, just some Russians.
No.
How do they determine?
Well, that's a really good question. They deleted 97 accounts from Russia that focused on the Ukraine and another 21 that focused on Austria, the Baltics, Germany, Spain, Ukraine, and United Kingdom.
Facebook don't like Russia.
Now it still sounds like Scooby-Doo. I'm sorry.
Like a really hammered Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, no. It's hard because Jabba doesn't really speak. He doesn't speak English, so he's just.
Well, you weren't speaking English at the beginning of the show.
No, it wasn't. Oh, fuck.
Social media, it says that they removed like 2,000.
Whoa, what's going on in the background? Is someone wrestling a pig?
I don't know, it's not me.
Raquel.
Yeah.
Are you wrestling a pig?
That's my husband.
Ah, he's the pig.
Are you wrestling a pig?
He's a pig man.
Dead.
Oh, you're wrestling the pig. See, the pig man does exist, and she's wrestling him. That's what's going on. Okay.
Oh my God.
All right.
In March, they removed 2,600 pages and groups and accounts from Facebook.
Well.
Yeah, and it lists Macedonia. Like, what the hell did Macedonia ever do since Alexander? Like, nothing. Why are they picking on poor Macedonia?
Because they created bot accounts, I guess. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they think
And is it Alexander propaganda? Is that even a thing?
I don't even think so. I don't even. Though I wonder if you create a new account on Facebook and say you're from Russia, will they accept you? I mean, what's going on here?
They have to, don't they?
They don't have to. They could just say no. I mean, it's not. Well, having a Facebook account is not a right. I mean, they can just say no. And right now, Facebook is losing millions of subscribers or users anyway, because people are getting tired of Facebook. They're getting turned off by it.
It's true.
And
my daughter said to me just yesterday. She says Facebook's only for old people like you.
And that is true. That is true, and there's plenty of data to support that. That Facebook users are typically boomers.
Yeah.
The young kids, they're going for Instagram, which is owned by Facebook, but they're also going for Snapchat and other newer things that catch on.
They're going to Snapchat because when you take a picture on Snapchat and send it it doesn't stay there forever.
Right.
Yeah, they like that. I wonder why, huh?
Yeah, because they can
It's
send
like-
each other pictures of their ding dongs.
It's like when we grew up. There were, there's no trace of all the shit we did growing
Mhm.
up.
They
Thank
like
No
that.
evidence.
They like that. Who
Thank
doesn't like
God.
that? Mhm.
Right?
And you know what? And that's smart on them. They're smart. Us boomers are pretty damn dumb. You think about it. We're using something where everything's traced and you think about it.
It's all right. You can get it from the NSA later.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Do we have any other news stories?
Huh? Yeah.
What about Game of Thrones coffee
Oh,
cup?
Game of Thrones coffee cup. Yes. Which, by the way, I have a bone to pick with Game of Thrones real fast. But well, first, let's read the story. And I'll tell you why I have a problem with Game of Thrones right now.
Has anybody not heard of this?
I actually don't
Well,
watch Game of Thrones, but I have heard this news story, so I don't know how
I
anybody
hadn't
has
until
heard
I
of
saw
it.
it this morning.
It's hilarious.
There was a rogue modern coffee cup that was on the final cut of the scene in the 4th episode, and it was very plain that it didn't quite belong.
Yeah, it was sitting right out on a table.
Mhm.
It wasn't
Yeah.
hidden.
And they said it was the fans started saying it was Starbucks, but it has come to light that
No,
it
it's not
was in
Starbucks.
fact not a Starbucks coffee cup.
I mean,
But Starbucks used it to promote their new drink called Dragon Drink, which is a pink concoction made with dragon fruit and coconut milk. It sounds horrid.
I'll try it.
Yeah.
I'll try everything once.
Just you eat
Except for
bull balls.
roaches.
We
I'm
don't-
not
we're
trying
not
roaches. Roaches.
I gotta give HBO credit though, because they actually kind of played along.
They owned
with
it.
They
Yeah.
they played along with it and said, it really wasn't coffee. She was having tea.
Yeah.
And so, good for them for not getting all huffy about it.
But they did. But
Right.
They did change it. Apparently, if you catch it now on the streaming services, they edited it and they took it out.
Oh, that's too
Right.
bad.
I know, right? You could have just left it in. You already made the oopsie, but now they erased it.
Everybody knows it's there. It's good.
And people,
No big
and here's the
deal.
other thing: people speculate that it was the Dragon Queen or whatever that left it there. Apparently not. Apparently it was I just know her by her character name, Sansa, whatever. It was her. It was her
Okay.
drink, which I have right here on the stream screen plan. But the bone I want to pick with Game of Thrones real fast is this right here. This happening and a combination of other things in this episode alone is just proof that they're rushing this last season. It only has 6 episodes. In this 6 episodes, all these main characters are going to pretty much die. You know that. So,
Yes.
but they had the opportunity to kill off a lot of them in the second one when the Night King's coming in and tearing up shit. You think they would have just lost like half, but no. They kept all the main players on.
No, hey, don't give away any spoilers.
Spoiler alert. I'll try to keep things very vague right here. Very vague. Super vague. Ready? Here we go.
So what's your gripe that
I'm
they're
gonna air my
that they're,
grievance. I'm gonna air my grievance. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
just trying to be careful with my words so I don't spoil anything. Let's just put it this way. In Game of Thrones, it used to take like a whole episode to go from like one city or one town to the next because of the distance, right? It would take a while. Hell, it would be like a
Right.
full season to go from one place to the other because horse travel is slow.
Distance. Yeah.
Now, it's like instantaneous. It's like it cuts to the next scene and they're already there. What happened in between? And without spoiling anything, I'm not going to reveal what happened exactly. Let's just say some ships. Let's just say there's 2 enemy ships that come into play. One gets sunk, and the people on that ship, some are main players, they get washed ashore on a beach near a very prominent city, which is the focus city, when they're trying to raid, when they're trying to attack. We know what that is, a King's Landing. And it's so you see the people washed ashore, they're drenched. You don't see their equipment being washed ashore. You just, for all we know, it's sunk. But then it cuts to, all of a sudden, they are right in front of the castle, in formation, with all their gear dry as a bone. And I'm like, what happened? Like, how did they go from the beach where they were washed ashore, vulnerable? They could have been taken out then and there. But now they have all their equipment and they're ready to go? Like, I don't understand. There's something missing here. Like, did they go back to the other castle?
Yeah, it really is a very impatient season, I gotta say.
Yeah.
You're right. That, you know, the journeys between places was often, you know, a large part of the storytelling. And now it's like, you know, it's like the idioms about, you know, it's not the destination, it's the journey. Mm-hmm. Well, now it's all about the destination.
Yeah.
Right? There's no journey anymore. It's just
no journey, just destination. And let's just cut right to it. Let's get to it. We know what's going to happen. But like I said, it's last season. They have only 6 episodes to do this. So they're going to cram as much of the action that they can in these 6 episodes. So, of course, they're going to be action-packed. It's good. The tensions are going to be high. You're not going to get any of those low moments.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you do. There's a lot of people just sitting around talking, and that shit bores the hell out of me.
Yeah. Well, there was more of that in the previous seasons, too, though. I mean, just sitting around talking. They sit around talking.
Yeah.
Talk.
My God.
You know?
Yeah, that's what most, the television and film is supposed to be a visual medium, but honest to God, you could turn the picture off and just listen to it and know what's going on, because nobody's fucking doing anything.
Yeah,
they just
kinda.
They one group sits around and talks, and then they split up and go and reform different groups to sit around and talk, and then those things break up and go around and talk to other people, and that's what most stories are these days. You don't even need to see anything.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to see except people talking to each other. That's called radio.
That's a good point. You know, a few weeks ago when I was listening, that was a slip, but watching old Cheers episodes, I was actually listening to it. I wasn't watching it. I was because I was watching my kids play in the front yard. So I had my headset playing. You know, I was Amazon Prime, I was playing the episodes. So I was listening to it, wasn't looking at the screen, but without even watching the episodes, I knew what was happening because all I had to do was hear it. I didn't have to actually see what was going on. I know what was going on just from the conversations, you know, the banter, the jokes.
Right.
And
it's
even
not like they have a lot of locations.
Yeah, but even like the atmosphere alone, like you hear all like the bar sounds and stuff. I was like, man, that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that today.
I swear to God, it's all radio anymore.
Yeah, think about that. Man. And I think we have one more story about some crazy Florida guy. Another Florida guy?
Yes.
Okay, what's going on?
Another one?
Yes. Florida man arrested after refusing to remove "I eat ass" bumper sticker.
I eat ass?
Ass.
Isn't it?
ASS.
Yeah, ass. What's wrong with that in Florida?
A Florida
got arrested
man was
for
arrested. Well, there's a reason. A man was arrested in Florida for refusing to remove a bumper sticker on his vehicle that read "I eat ass," a report said. The 23-year-old was driving a brown Chevy truck when a deputy.
Oh, there you go.
Noticed
That might have been the crime.
Sexually suggestive sticker fastened to the rear window. and he alerted the driver that it violated a state obscenity law.
It's Florida.
The driver
They have
said,
that? There's no way Florida has a state obscenity law. What are they talking about? They're not enforcing that if they do. I
Well,
mean,
that doesn't that I don't know. It violates your freedom of speech in a way. I mean,
it does.
Yeah, in a big way.
well, he said, the driver said that it was just words.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
words. I mean, it's
The
not like he
deputies
said
didn't ask
something
him-
racist or said like, "I hate."
It's not
all
like he had a
blank.
picture of a cock on the back of his bumper.
Yeah, or the ball.
Right.
Well,
Well, what?
Well,
I don't know.
Maybe he liked roast donkey. You don't know.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
The deputy then asked how a parent of a small child would explain what those words meant, and the driver said it would be up to the parent. The driver also cited his First
Man.
Amendment privileges when the deputy asked him if he would just remove one letter on the sticker. He was charged with obscene writing on vehicles and resisting an officer without violence.
Take that to court. That guy should take that to court.
You know,
Exactly.
Sue him. Sue 'em.
obscenity laws have been dashed on the rocks of the Supreme Court over and over and over again. This is not going to hold up.
It is not.
No.
It is definitely not. And what's going on here? This deputy, being a little PC police that he is, come on, man. Is there something better you could do? Tax dollars being paid to make sure you have a job, so that way you can ensure that we're safe. Is that what's supposed to happen? And you want to make sure someone that isn't obscene with his bumper sticker? Man, go bust a meth lab. It's Florida. I'm sure there's some meth going around there. What about the Flocka stuff? Go take out a Flocka zombie. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Come on. And it's Florida. I thought everyone in that state ate ass. They might as well.
How is the whole state not in violation of obscenity laws?
Yeah.
Just by their very existence.
I mean, I could say that about Texas, too. We're crazy. We're crazy. You know, we love our guns. Oh, we love our guns.
How much do you love your gun?
We also love drinking, and we also love talking a lot of shit. So you combine that all together, we got a lot of problems.
All together, yeah.
And you have
Combine those together, that's called Saturday night.
And we're not very educated either. In fact, you know.
That's not true.
Well, you know, that's why a lot of Texans become NFL players or murderers and stuff. Oh, sorry.
Oh, for fuck's
Shit.
sake.
Shit.
We have a caption contest.
Oh, we do. But I'll say that towards the very, very end, because we still gotta treat our guests. We still gotta treat our guests. All right, now let's. Rachele Chappell.
yes,
Did I say it right that time?
you did.
Thank you. All right,
Oh, I'm frightened.
let's talk about your new book.
All right. Yeah, my new book. I broke down into 3 chapters,
Ooh.
and it's first one is the light, and the second one will be in between, and then the third chapter is the darkness. So it'll kind of take you on that range of emotions like I do in my first book. So you know, and also it helps if you want to go back and read something at a certain time in your life, you kind of know where to go within the book to find something you can relate to.
What's the in-between, though? That's intriguing. I mean, everybody can pretty much figure out light and dark, but what does the in-between mean?
Yeah,
here?
what is the in between?
Oh, the in-between. I'm actually just started this book, so I haven't gotten to that chapter yet.
Is it like the?
Yeah, but you have some ideas, though. I mean, you
Yeah.
named it, so
No,
Yeah,
the
some
in-between is something that's not really, you know, it's not the mushy-gushy light stuff, or the, you know, the bright day, and it's not really the it's definitely not the dark stuff, the depression or the evils in life. It's kind of the in-between moments that's just kind of like little glimpses at just regular life.
Okay.
Kind of regular life, nothing 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 neither dark or light. It's just kind of like I don't know how I feel about that boy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, it's easy for writers, I think, to be drawn to the extremes.
Yeah.
And forget about all the glue that holds everything together day by day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually kind of start the very first chapter off with I asked myself a question was for this idea of this one poem that I start my book out with is if I could go back to if I could go back in time, that inevitable question, if you could go back in time, what would you tell your younger self? So I sat down and wrote a letter to myself for the very beginning of this book to kind of start things off in that kind of light, anecdotal, kind of aspirational kind of thing to start the book off with. But you're going to end on a very, very dark note. I'm just going to say you're probably going to be in tears by the end. It's going to start really light. It's going to be really light. I'm just going to take you through, and then you're going to be like, oh, and then I'm going to take you into the everyday of life, and I'm just going to kill you in the end.
Dark like carbonite.
Rachele Chappell.
Jesus. But the paradox is if you write a letter to your younger self, and your younger self takes that advice, you end up not writing the letter to your younger self.
Oh yes, you're so right. I think you might be right. I wouldn't have the wisdom. I mean, I would have, but not the real wisdom that makes you not do those bad things that you've been told not to do.
That's right. That's right.
I kind of grew up. I kind of always had to learn. I was a live and learn kind of girl. I could be told it, and I just had to do it for myself before I figured it out.
Yeah,
because it might not apply to you, right?
Right.
Just because it worked that way for everybody else doesn't mean it'll work that way for you.
Absolutely. I am the exception to most things.
Me too. Yeah. You don't tell me not to do something. That's just dumb.
Oh, no. We can't tell you not to do anything. We can't tell you not to do a damn thing. Oh, but I definitely agree.
It'll just make me want to do it even more.
This concept of the light, the in-between, and the dark, that's pretty cool. Some people just go like the light and dark, that cliche, the light and the dark, but they rarely go into the middle.
Yeah.
I don't know how you
And what's
really...
interesting... Oh, sorry.
I would say, I don't know how you really differentiate, how you really do it. I don't. Do you have any examples of, like... Do you have any poems already in these categories?
Um...
Like a little nibble?
Yeah, let me pull it up.
She's gonna flat out bite you in just a minute.
No. She's not gonna bite. I just want to tease.
Oh. Yeah, I definitely wasn't prepared for the in between. Usually people are like, "Yeah, give me that dark stuff, give me that light stuff."
The dark stuff, light stuff, in between. Right now. I'm visualizing an Oreo. One side is like the the yellow. One side is the black. But in between is a cream filling. I want that cream filling.
Double stuff.
I want that double stuffed cream filling. That doesn't sound right.
Whoa,
No, it does not.
I want that double stuffed cream filling.
I don't know.
I was at a live interview with author and filmmaker uh, Guillermo del Toro. You know, from Pan's Labyrinth.
Yes.
Oh, I love
He's a
that.
good. He's
Yeah.
a good guy. He makes good stuff.
He's a great guy. He was a great interview, and I forget what the question was, but I remember his answer, and I think it had to do with, you know, in his movies how he puts in these little, you know, everyday little things into this movie, and he said, "The banal makes it real," and
Huh.
that's so true. That, you know, and this is one of my gripes with like superhero movies, is they're so boring because they're not really real, because they don't do ordinary stuff.
No,
There's
they
no
don't.
ordinary
Well,
stuff to make it
no.
real, unless it's, you know, in the origin story for a second.
In Ender's Game, Black Widow makes a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's their ordinary. I don't know.
Not Ender's
my
Game,
Lord.
Endgame.
In game. Did I say Ender's Game?
Yeah,
Shit.
you did.
Yes,
Oh fuck.
again.
Damn. I don't know. It might be
Ender's
too
Game,
much.
What a disappointment.
I know. Ender's
So I
Game.
did find one from my in between.
Awesome.
Okay, let's hear
It's
it.
called Linus in Sheep's Clothing.
Ooh.
She ran head-on into the wolf pack, laughing, joining in on their race under the endless sky. Baffled by her braveness, the wolves thought she was just a stupid little lost sheep. She appealed to their hungry lips, so they let her play in anticipation of making her their prey. Little did they know she was a hungry lioness in sheep's clothing. She liked to run with the wolves and didn't want to scare them away. In her masquerade, she learned to play a forbidden dance. Under her meek smile hid her fierceness, ready to pounce. Her revelation underneath the harvest moon would leave them bowing to her. Onto the white flags of their surrender, blood fell from her lips as she let out a mighty roar.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay. So what was the inspiration behind this poem?
You know the old saying, "A wolf's in sheep's clothing."
Yeah.
It was kind of along that lines, but I wanted to turn the sheep part around on the wolf, and talk about, you know, somebody who could be brave like that. And not reading a book by its cover, and you know, kind of thing.
So in this poem.
So a sheep in wolf's clothing.
Yeah. But
Interesting.
Cool.
So is that what's going to happen in this poem? Like I guess that's what's happening. Is the sheep is, I guess, attacking the
Really
wolf?
a lioness.
She's really a lioness.
Ah, gotcha.
Who pretends to be a sheep around the
because she wants
egotistical
to-
male.
Ah,
Right, because
okay.
she wants to be around them. She likes
Yeah.
Huh.
She
Oh,
likes
that's cool.
she likes
it
to be
bites them in the
wild
butt.
with them. And then she likes to turn she likes to turn the tables on them by they think they're going to make her their prey. She's really going to make them her prey.
Ah, gotcha.
Right.
Oh, that sounds like somebody we're gonna have in
How
Real
did you all
Monsters in a
miss
few
that?
weeks. Eileen Wernos.
Ooh,
You
whoa.
all missed that.
That'd be cool.
Oh, she's a lady. I tell you, that Eileen.
She's something.
Yeah, who are you covering? Someone tomorrow?
Lady Bathory tomorrow.
Lady
on Real Monsters.
Bathory. Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's a
that. It sounds sexy, whoever it is.
Oh,
It
she
is
was
not.
she was a medieval countess in
Likes to bathe
in the
blood.
Baltic region who liked to bathe in the blood of virgins.
Yep.
to keep herself young.
She
So
thought the
was she
blood.
presumed to be a vampire, or
No
no?
vampire.
Was this she a real Was this a fictional or a real
This is a
character?
real person.
No, this is a real person.
Oh,
Real person.
crazy!
100% real.
This is like medieval times.
Medieval
Yep.
times.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Gonna have to look that up. I don't think I've heard of that before.
Lady Bathory, that legend is even
That
bled into
sounds
video
pretty
games.
cool.
Like even
sounds inspirational.
like even in those Castlevania video games, like the Lady Bathory has become a character in those games because it's a horror-based game, right? You can have Lady Bathory there, be like next to Dracula somehow.
Yeah,
they might as well.
Yeah,
but you know what?
This is gonna be a special show tomorrow.
What's interesting too is the whole idea of young blood making you young isn't really all that incorrect, especially now what they're doing with like stem cells and blood transfusions,
Well, I mean the concept, but it kind of is. They got. I mean, they were doing it all wrong.
They were doing it all wrong. You had to do it internally. You have to inject the blood.
I mean,
you have to.
Yeah,
put the blood
not the
in you.
vampire injections. That didn't turn out so
No,
good.
no, not that. Not in your face. No, there's
Where are you injecting it in?
Actually, I think that there is some evidence. There is a tiny bit of evidence that having a transfusion with blood from a younger person has some marginal benefits.
It's really, I don't know if it's really even that tiny. I mean, Joe Rogan talks about it all the time on his podcast whenever he gets a chance.
Well, there you go.
But what we're talking about, though, are the people that are experiencing this are like fighters, like UFC fighters and other people, like extreme athletics that would be privy to this information, would have someone on the inside that will, hey, you have this injury, hey, you need to recover, this is what you need. It's incredible stuff. Yeah, but since I'm not all that schooled in right now, I don't want to talk out of my ass. And this one, I want to, so I'll just.
Why not?
Why change now?
because there is a science behind it, but I don't want to just. I just want to say, of course, you can find research papers where like they definitely take blood from young rats, put it in old rats, and it seemed to revitalize them, seemed to give them more energy. They've shown this, so they tried it in human trials, and it seems to be working, but it's like, okay, do we know this for sure?
Yeah, no.
If the science backs it, how can you say no? You just don't bathe in the blood. You got to put the blood inside you. And make sure it's the wrong type. Make sure it's the right type, not wrong type. Right type. That would suck if it's the wrong type. Wrong blood type, you'd be fucked up.
Yeah.
You make your situation worse. Okay. Okay. So, wow, all that from the in-between poem.
It's not like we get off track at all.
No.
So when does this book come out?
I'm pushing for July.
July. Okay.
When she gets it done?
Basically when I get it done, but I do have I'm doing a guest speaker where I have to speak for like 30 minutes in front of a ton of room of people and
you can do that, no problem.
Yeah. It's whatever. I have anxiety and it's like this was my thing. This was my thing to get rid of it and just conquer that thing. But so I wanted to have a second book to go with me to that speech thing that I have to do. But I won't stress out about it. If it doesn't happen by then, it doesn't happen by then. But I think I can do it.
You can.
Can we have her back when her book comes out?
Sure.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, you can come back before you go to your seminar and you can practice on us again.
Yeah, because we're so like a seminar here.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
you know we're hard clients. We're hard
Yeah.
customers there.
I mean, I'll ask some wild questions if you let me. I mean,
Yes, he will.
yep.
I won't let him though. I promise.
Like, do you have any poems about balls?
Oh,
Poems about balls.
really?
No.
About getting kicked in the balls?
Getting kicked in the balls. No, but that could be a good topic.
Ooh, see? Inspiring.
We'll write you one.
Okay. What is the darkest, grimmest poem you have?
Oh.
Something
Well-
that, if you were to read it now, it would...
That was my goal this year,
Yeah.
was my what do you call that? The New Year's resolution was to try to venture into writing horror poetry, the Macrobee. So I got this poem that's going into my next book. It's called Their Secret, and that is my first attempt at doing the horror type poetry.
Ooh.
And I can read that one for you.
Sure.
Okay.
Their Secret. He was a handsome young man, all the girls used to say, though he was quite wicked, with love he did play. He stupidly tried ripping two sisters apart by claiming love on each of their hearts. He had courted them secretly because her father didn't approve. The handsome young man was a poor gypsy, always on the move. One day, Jane and June confided in each other of their secret. They were in shock of his lies and couldn't condone such treatment. So together they concocted a devious plan. In their anger, they decided to murder a man. June promised him kisses and lured him to the back of the farm, where Jane hid with a knife waiting to do him harm. Jane sat on the barn floor and motioned him near. Of course, he approached. He had nothing to fear. He sat by Jane's side and leaned in for a kiss. Then Jane plunged the knife in his heart. His life she dismissed. They dug him a hole for his body to rest. Although his body now hidden, June became quite distressed. Jane comforted June, wiping her tears away, and said, "Button your lips, you mustn't pay." Then Jane leaned in close and whispered in June's ear, "Hold tight to this secret and take it to your grave."
Yeah, hold tight to that secret, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Don't go pissing off sisters, man.
Not at all, not at all.
Yeah, I was going to try to do a little bit more of that for the book too, but I haven't gotten around to much more of that.
You know,
I recently found
that was also a
writing
theme.
the dark poetry too.
That was also a
I
theme.
love the darker poetry.
Yeah, the dark poetry is good.
Sorry.
No, that was a good. I like that. Now, you said that was your first attempt?
Yeah, that was my first attempt at
Not bad.
what they call Macrobee. That's like that Edgar Allan Poe kind of, telling
Were you
story.
shocked when you
Macabre,
first wrote
right?
it?
Is it macabre?
Macabre.
Macabre.
Yeah, macabre. I probably say it wrong. I'm
Macabre.
just
Macabre.
a southern
macabre.
little girl that doesn't know how to pronounce words properly.
Don't
Yeah, me
worry.
neither, but
I don't know either, and SK will school you on it.
I don't do that with guests. We want our guests to feel welcome.
All right. I was gonna say, don't piss off sisters. That's also a theme in Avengers Ender's Game, because that's what it's called, right? It's not Endgame, it's Ender's Game.
Endgame.
Ender's Game, right? Avengers Ender's Game, right? Ah.
You're stuck on that, man. You're never gonna not say Ender's Game.
I'm not. Even though I've seen the movie like 3 times, my favorite movie of all time. No, it's not really. It was a good movie, but it was like, I hope. Part of me just wishes like the comic book movies would just stop, because I want Hollywood to do something else more original.
Yes.
But if this stops them from making remakes, that'd be great. But it doesn't.
It doesn't. That's all it's all that's gonna be for the next 10 years is remakes and comic books.
But they're gonna
just gonna be it.
They're gonna run out of material on the comic books eventually. And it's
out of comic books.
Well, the problem is the next generation of Marvel films will be the test. If Captain Marvel and the rest of the whatever they have can hold the fort and carry the
I just
torch.
want more Deadpool. That's all I want. Give me more Deadpool.
And keep them R, man. Keep them hard R.
The Kick-Ass, those types. I love them.
What was the Kristen Ritter one on Netflix? Shit. Now I gotta.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet, but I know what you're talking about, and
Which
I can't
one?
think of the name of it.
Hold on.
Was it like a Marvel series on Netflix or what?
Yeah, it's called. Come on, Jessica Jones. Now that was a good character.
Yeah, she was cool, but those been cut off because Netflix is pretty much going to be on life support. What I'm saying is because Disney owns Marvel, like all those properties are going to go over to Disney's new like Disney Now Plus, whatever the fuck they call it. I mean,
well, mark my words. I said it here last week. Disney will buy Netflix for the membership.
Oh, they definitely will. That's definitely going to happen. I mean, Netflix right now is going to like piss around, do stupid stuff. They're trying to.
They don't have the resources to fight it.
They don't.
They just don't.
You can't say no to the mouse.
Not in their current economic model. Mm-hmm. They do not have the resources to stay independent.
You can't say no. You can't say no to the mouse. You really can't. You really can't.
Well, they can just go in and offer any amount they want. Literally, they can offer as much fucking money as they can make zeros for to buy Netflix, and until Netflix says yes.
Oh, I got a comment in the chat. I didn't realize this. How's your brushing up on flat Earth theory coming along? I figured I'd wing it because they wing it. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna like deny all science. I'm just gonna embrace flat Earth entirely, and I think SK and I will have a debate, or maybe we can have someone who is who doesn't know them just playing it up, have a debate. You know, see how long we can keep it going. That'd be part of the fun for you guys, right?
I want to know what's on the underside of the flat Earth.
Oh, well, after Jesse digs a hole and gets drunk and has sex with the Earth, so he can become an exosexual, I can tell you.
But you don't want to see what's on the underside of the Earth. You don't want to see that.
How do you know? It might be a little angel
girl.
Well,
and you know, it's a good point. Until you see,
look,
how do you
man,
know you don't want to see?
Here's what we'll do. For the whole episode, if we do this, when we do this, I want to keep the Alex Jones voice 100% all the time. Be like, well, Alex Jones, shit. My Alex Jones voice
you do it?
Up. They're turning the frogs gay.
No. No.
You don't want to see the other side of the Earth because what's under the Earth?
No.
No man can unsee.
Well, then let's get on finding a flat earther who'll come on the show, because I can't wait.
Dildoing frogs in the ass on the underside of the Earth. You don't want to see that. It's like a frog gay orgy on the other side of the earth. Fueled by the globalists and the Illuminati. And intergalactic space demons. Let me
Yeah,
drink.
you're just trying to make it attractive to people now.
Give me a week to drink in the Alex Jones Kool-Aid. And also, who? His name is escaping me. He's a frequent guest on Joe Rogan. He's a flat earther. Oh shit, his name is escaping me. It'll come to me. Just give me a week.
I don't know, but we need to do the caption contest, and
Yeah,
I'm
we
dying.
do. We do. All right, this is the caption contest.
Okay, put the picture up there.
Sorry, excuse me.
Jesus.
I apologize.
Really?
Nothing but class.
Rah, 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 rah. Nothing but class. Oh.
That was horrible.
Nothing but ass is more like it.
I'm sorry. Rachele Chappell. Normally I'm much...
More uncouth.
Raquel, you can burp too if you want to burp. That's fine. This is like it's like a boys'
You don't want to
club,
burp.
except
You're supposed to fart. Just be quiet.
women are allowed too. You know, we just hang out. I mean, fuck. You want to burp, fart, or whatever you want to do. That's fine. All right, caption contest. Serious.
Do you have the caption up?
Yeah, I have it.
There it is. Fabulous. Fabulous.
There's a story behind this photo.
Yes, there is.
Sorry. Painting.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh,
this painting.
yeah.
The reason why I'm smirking.
No. No. No.
It had to do with a goat.
No.
That was in my bathroom. I was out of toilet paper. I'll just leave it at that.
Ew.
I'm just joking. I'm joking.
So does shit stick to goat fur?
It wasn't using goat
No.
fur. Wow. Jesus, I'm not that
Oh.
savage. Man.
Okay. Are you
All right,
you ready for me to read these now?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Please.
The first one. No one's writing a song about this Mona Lisa.
Oh, come
The
on.
next one is yikes.
Just that? Yikes.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The
It's
next
like John
one,
Davis.
Do you smile to tempt the lover, Mona Lisa, or is this your way to hide a broken heart? Many dreams have been brought to your doorstep. They just lie there and they all die there. Are you warm? Are you real, Mona Lisa, or just a cold, lonely, lovely work of art? The next one is somebody farted. The next one is I'm not wearing any pants.
Well, that's true right now. I mean, yeah.
Oh my god. Say hello to my little friend. No, the other one.
That's
He's
pretty
not,
good.
he's not little. I swear, he's not little.
I've seen
before-
things no gerbil should see.
Mm.
This must be the new promo for Beastmaster 4.
Yep.
Let's see. My fucking boobs look awesome. Just enough cleavage for all my girls and boys and robots and animals. No spiders.
Okay.
Don't drive angry.
There is a slight bit of cleavage, not a whole lot. Huh.
Don't
Is
drive angry.
this what Mona Lisa looks like when she takes on the No Shave November challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. That might be the winner right
Yeah.
there.
Mona Lisa, Mona Jessie. Men have named you. You're so like the girls who work behind the truck stop. And I do believe that you received a voice clip
Is
of
that Ray
that
Gar-
being sung to you.
Oh, that's right.
No,
let
that was.
me play that. Let me get that up. A voice clip. I'm gonna get that up and ready. Wow, that sounded wrong.
Yeah, it did.
Let me get this voice clip.
The next one is Don't Drive Angry. And the last one is Miss 2 a.m.
Miss 2 a.m. Okay.
Oh, there's one more. Even then, the groundhog knew what was beneath those clothes.
Hey, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
Looks
Not at
like
all.
we're going to.
All right, I'll play what she said. I'll play the audio of
The
it.
song.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let me lower the jazz real fast. All right, here we go. I'm gonna play what Kelly Evans sent in.
Oh, wait a minute. You're going to play what Kelly sent or the one that Mike sang to you?
I'm gonna do the Kelly and then I guess do the Mike. Here's what Kelly sent.
Okay.
Hopefully, is it gonna work? I don't hear anything. Oh, that's why. Because Facebook automatically mutes everything. Okay, here we go.
Hey, baby. Come and visit me and I'll show you the real reason I'm smiling.
That's good. That's good. Now, you said Mike Enenbach sent something.
Enenbach, yeah.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Do you not have that?
I have it. I have it right here. This is for Mike Enenbach. Ready?
Mona Jessie, men have named you. You're so like the girl that works behind the truck stop.
Well, hearing that in context, he definitely is a winner. I'm sorry, guys. Let's do that one more time.
You know, it's kind of embarrassing.
Mona Jessie, men have named you. You're so like the girl that works behind the truck stop.
That's a winner. That's a winner. Come on.
He
I think
he has such a crush on you.
I think he does.
He really does.
I think he does. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Definitely a winner. I'm not sure what ebook he wants. Whatever he wants, that's fine.
I'll find out.
Yeah. Just send it to him.
Ralph Moody didn't win. Yay!
But Ralph Moody, Ralph Moody is like the golden child of comments, though.
I know.
He's gonna win again.
It's not fair.
Once this embargo is lifted, he'll start winning again. Okay.
Yeah, I have no doubt.
Yeah, he'll just rake it all in. But by that time, there'll be more books to hand out. I think I'm out of books. I don't know if I have any more books to give him. That's the thing. I don't even think he cares. He just wants to take home the trophy. Man.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, Rachele Chappell. How's that? That's kind of bad, huh?
Oh, Jesse.
I don't like that.
I know.
What? Was it horrible?
No. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Rachele Chappell. How about that?
Doing the Java voice, that makes us both giggle.
Rachele Chappell.
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh. I don't know. You gotta sound all crazy.
And he's not drunk either, folks.
No, not really. No, I might have sounded like that in the beginning of the show. That's the one thing damn it. That was just me stressed out today. That's what it was. Stressed because of the light fixture coming down and other stuff. Anyway, Rachele Chappell, thank you so much for coming on the show and talking to us about your poetry.
Thank you.
I think
Thanks for having me.
you brightened up the show. You brought in some positive
Class.
energy in class. Positive energy in class. Look at that.
Awesome.
It really
please
stands out
promise
when
you'll
somebody
come
does
back.
that.
It does. And those that are listening, those that are watching, please press the like button. Thank you so much for your comments in the chat. It helps out a whole lot. It's very entertaining. I was laughing a few times. Subscribe, share to people who you think would be interested in watching this, listening to this, and your support.
Tune in tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow.
Tune in
same
tomorrow.
time, same station. Real Monsters with special guest Kelly Evans.
That is right. That is right. Okay, ladies, gentlemen, y'all take it easy.
All
Night.
right.
Right.